Now, The History Boys takes us to the glory that was Yorkshire in 1983. Sheffield, to be precise, later to be the setting of the full Monty. Speaking of Monty, The History Boys' leading star, Richard Griffith, will never be forgot for his performance as Uncle Monty in the film With Bill and I. Now, we don't have any actual clips from the film here, but I did want to talk about this a little bit. It's an adaptation of a celebrated play. It's on both sides of the Atlantic, and you can see why. It reduces a fairly complex problem to a simple character clash of two philosophical approaches to the science of teaching. Richard Griffiths, he was this wonderful comedian with his face like a Toby jug.
And around 300 and 400 pounds.
Yes, an enormous, and probably pound for pound, one of our finest comedic actors. An old Rodney Dangerfield joke had it. And up against a younger and sharper guy who actually kind of makes his students think, who makes them approach matters critically. Now, you're a former teacher, and you didn't have much. You didn't care for this one much, as I recall.
No, I didn't. I mean, okay, you say it was a great success, and it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it won the Tony on Broadway. Griffiths won the Tony for acting.
Yeah.
This is the same group of people who have performed in London,
and the adaptation is very, very slight. It's very theatrical.
But I didn't think so. I thought Bennett, who wrote the screenplay, also really did make it into a screenplay.
Right.
What made this such a wonderful play was, of course, the dialogue, and the dialogue is there, and there's some wonderful scenes.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
For you out there who watch mystery, Richard Griffith is the star of Pie in the Sky. He really.
Oh, really?
Is wonderful.
He was on TV also.
He's wonderful.
I just did love all the quotations. It really was like a balm to the soul of people that believe that, obscure corners of history and out of fashion poetry still have their place.
But in the end, this went nowhere.
It went nowhere, and had that awful theatrical ending where people do the "Where are we now?" monologue.
And I've got to say, as we end this, that the homosexuality that just really started to come in the last third of the picture, who needed it? I mean,
well,
it just,
come on.
Yeah. It just wasn't needed.